Hi, this is Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury. Welcome to the show.
And I'm Julie Faupel, Asha's co-host. Welcome. Welcome right back.
You have to stop making me laugh.
I will, because I'm funny.
I
Asha,
know.
that's like my whole, that is what I bring to this whole
Oh my
thing.
God, okay, I know.
You're the brains of the operation, and I am the funny sister.
I know, you really are.
Yeah. When you and I met,
Yes.
we were immediately friends. The more we got to know each other, the more our thinking was so aligned in terms of this being such a pivotal time in both data and technology and everything that you work in, and luxury and kind of lifestyle and everything that is my discipline. We're in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're in this beautiful facility, and the fact that you came in for an event being hosted by Realm, real estate and technology has not necessarily been something that has gone hand in hand historically, but it's such an act of friendship, and I think what you're seeing is there's so much curiosity around what you're doing and how it is innovating aspects of our lives that we never even anticipated.
Absolutely. But I also have to tell you, the reason I'm doing it because I love you so much. And I think that's what the world needs now. We have AI, we have machines, we have programs, and we have so much data. But what really matters at the end is the relationship. It's the human connection. I'm super excited about this podcast. The audience will enjoy so much because we are going to have fun while doing it.
It's always fun with you, Asha.
Thank you, everyone. And please continue watching because we're going to have guests who come from all around the world and going to talk about luxury in real estate.
We have a lot to look forward to.
Looking forward to it. This is Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury. I'm with Brian Solis from Southern California. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Although it's weird to hear that because I've been in Silicon Valley my whole career. So maybe we'll just stick with that, Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. But listen, Southern California has beautiful weather.
Oh, some of the best.
I know, right? So you were here as a futurist. You also had a keynote this morning. And I enjoyed very much that session about futurists because there were about 8 of us, and every single one had a common theme. I think we all are technologists, or in some shape or form are related to technology, but every single one spoke about the power of human. I would love to hear, and maybe share with the audience, what your point of view was.
For sure. Well, let me take a step back, and just for those who are listening, what the heck is a futurist? I've been a long time, my gosh, since the 90s, a futurist and a digital anthropologist. And my work studies signals, trends across various horizons that, based on data and criteria, I assess how important they're going to be to me or whomever I'm working with.
Yeah.
And then from there, I plan scenarios for how to best respond in stages so that you're prepared for what could happen before it happens. So many organizations today will just respond once something happens. And by then it's really late. You're reacting, you're not in the best position. And so that's what my work has been, hence being in Silicon Valley so I could be close to a lot of technology trends as they were taking shape very early on with startups and investors, so I could see the early signals. And a digital anthropologist studies how technology impacts people, behaviors, cultures, norms, societies, markets. And so when you put those two things together, you get the answer to your question, which was, today we were all asked what we expected the world to look like for luxury real estate by 2030. And we were each inspired to provide a provocation to the audience. And as you said, we all had shared patterns and themes, which was the humanity, especially in an era of artificial intelligence, to have, I think, as you said, having that human intelligence in the conversation. And it's hard, and it's also easy at the same time to not let AI do a lot of things for us because it's quick, it's easy, it's very familiar in how we use Google search, for example. Just type in an empty box and you'll get some results back pretty quickly. And so the challenge then is to understand, without a training manual or a coach, to say, am I using this in a way that's not just going to get me through the moment, but that's going to get me through growth and transformation and preparation for what comes next? And the honest answer is we're not using it in the right way. And I think that's what all of our provocations said was, make sure that you work with AI, don't give your thinking to AI, make sure that who you are, what you represent, the value you bring to any conversation, to any community, to any transaction is first and foremost uniquely you. And you can enhance that and augment that with AI and with any technology. But at the end of the day, you need someone to say what it is that they value about you when you're not around in a way that aligns with the way that you say you bring value.
I like that a lot. A lot of the attendees of the conference, I got a chance to talk to them, and they spoke about how they're using AI very effectively. Not only they're using AI, they've actually built agents to automate their workflows, which I think is brilliant. I didn't expect that so many of the real estate experts would be focused on technology so much. So I do believe that it's really important that the audience really focuses on learning this new technology, engaging with it and not really being fearful of it, and learn it's okay to make mistakes. I always tell my employees that if you don't make mistakes, how do you know you're actually going to succeed? You when you make mistakes, you're doing something to actually learn and evolve. So I think technology is really a great tool because it helps human beings evolve. You talk about anthropology, evolution, the human evolution has happened because of technology. If you think about electricity or you think about industry revolution and most recently digital age. But I'm so excited about the age of information and the age of intelligence because it gives us this edge. And I think what you covered very, very beautifully is that this tool is available to everybody. But the people who will shine are the people who know how to use it properly. It is asking the right question, being curious. I mean, it gives you run innovation centers. You've been the head of innovation for ServiceNow, which I think is an incredible organization. But when you think about innovation, it really comes when you actually can challenge the norm. And are you challenging the information that you're getting and you're validating if it's right or wrong? And using your own intelligence to make sure that you proceed in that direction. I'm very curious about your life with innovation and how do you see specifically the luxury industry can be disrupted with AI?
Wow, so much there. If I think about, it's just kind of, I'll answer the question in just a second, but to put it in context, we have seen some incredible revolutions, and you brought up several of them: electricity, the Industrial Revolution, digital. I think the thing, even the smartphone revolution, mobile revolution, the thing that they all shared was that there were incredible innovations and breakthroughs. But what they all shared was that we basically did things with them using yesterday as a model.
Yes.
So we scaled what it is that we did yesterday through this technology to reach greater heights, greater depths, greater extents, more efficiently, more scalable, cheaper maybe in some cases, but we didn't really try to do something new. We didn't try to break the mold. I'll give you an example. When smartphones became a thing, it was an entirely new platform.
Yeah.
Especially with the iPhone. And instead, what most companies did was they just made their websites responsive to on a mobile screen rather than reimagine what that platform could do for experiences in the way, for example, that Instagram or TikTok have. And AI is, in many ways, being used the same way. We're using it to automate.
Right.
So think customer service. We'll put an AI chatbot in that place. Or if we employ agents at scale, we're essentially still doing yesterday's work just with AI. And look, don't get me wrong. That is part of the story.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anything like artificial intelligence, like generative, let's just say specifically generative AI. And understanding that there are probably at least 5 waves of evolution of generative AI, and then there's even talks around superintelligence and artificial general intelligence, which will think more like a human being rather than thinking based on patterns it was trained on or information it was trained on to find those patterns. So it's a long answer to the question, which is how I see luxury real estate using it. I think it's more of a provocation, is how could we be using it? And that's really what my presence was here about today, was to say, look, you can do what you did yesterday better with it. That's a great place to start. It's a great place to learn, but that's not it. And if you go faster, and if you fill your calendar with all of that, you're not giving yourself any time and space for imagination, creativity, curiosity, because the thing about AI is that you can also do what you didn't do yesterday now with it. And that's a superpower. And to do that, though, you have to give yourself that room to imagine. What do you not know? What do you not even know or to ask? Because that's the space for innovation. So without doing that, we're iterating. Right? With doing what we just talked about, making mistakes, learning, trying new things. Eventually, that's when you unlock new value, and that's how I define innovation. And when you can get both of those things right, when you can do the right things yesterday better tomorrow, and do what you didn't do yesterday to create new value, you now set the stage for what I call positive disruption, which is doing the new things that make the old things obsolete. So now you disrupt yourself versus someone disrupting you or something disrupting you. And I really believe that that's an opportunity for whatever industry you're in to actually grow with this technology and to do what you couldn't do without it and what it couldn't do without you.
A great conversation around innovation. I truly believe that what you hit on this most important point is, don't automate the processes that don't work. Really think about, this is an opportunity to rediscover, redesign your processes. And when you're automating, that is your time to actually make sure that you actually fix what didn't work and automate and use AI to fix and create new opportunities. When you talk about innovation is about creativity. Innovation is about breaking the norms and disruption. So I think let's take a chance with this new technology and make sure that we continue innovating. Thank you so much, Brian, for being on the show. I really enjoyed it. And I think for all the audience, it's important to remember, this is the time when the technology is evolving, it's pushing the boundaries. Are you pushing your own boundary? Really question, what are you automating? Where are you using AI? Are you challenging AI enough or not? And are you innovating yourself? Thank you so much. This is Asha Saxena for Intelligent Luxury.